Happy Mother's Day, everyone. If you're tuning in today, this is your girl, G, natural basic psychic PRN, wishing you happy Mother's Day. And if you're tuning in today, checking my videos out, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I just wanted to reflect a little bit on Mother's Day and say that in many cultures, societies, wherever you find yourself today, locally, globally, mothers are bearing a lot, carrying a lot, dealing with a lot. Okay, a lot of trauma, a lot of stress. You're not gonna tell me, being a mother, wherever stage you are, you've never dealt with any type of stressor, even to the spectrum of dealing with like something that's kind of traumatic, where you feel like you have so much on your plate is a lot to handle. I want to say, how do we, in this time, such a time such as this, Esther 4:14, how do we do things differently from how our mothers did it, from how our grandmothers did it? Why is it like only 90% plus, 90 plus of the time? Why is it that only women, as I'm talking right now, I'm sure there's a bunch of other programs going along for Mother's Day weekend, for mental health awareness, a month anyway. 90+% of the time, women are the ones on the platform seeking help, seeking support, seeking perspective, whether it's the financial stressors going on in relationship. I've had the privilege to sit in a lot of different therapies with couples, whether married, single, partnered, whatever. And like I'm saying, 90+% of the time is the women that are seeking the help, the support, the perspective. Why are there no similar events going on for men? Anyway, look out for my video or my podcast coming on around or before Father's Day, time to talk about the boy child and men in general. Because the men are not talking to us, right? We are seeking all the help. We are doing all the mentorship. We are doing all the empowerment as women. But if you're in a relationship and you are empowered and you are enlightened and you are awoken and your partner isn't or the man isn't, what are we missing? I'm pleading out to the church communities out there. Let's seek a way to get support to our men as well, to get them to slowly see if they can open up, especially men who might have trauma history. There's a large percentage of men in jail, right, or who are addicted, who have huge trauma history, who have sexual trauma, emotional abuse, physical abuse, neglect, who have been acclimated to the narrative of men don't cry, men stay strong, they bottle everything up. But this is what it leads to: numbing, to dissociation, to running away, to going into the man cave, to not talking about their emotions, to not engaging, to neglect, to even emotional, psychological abuse of their partners, of their children, of neglect, of pain in relationships. And how do we raise our sons differently? How do we get to raise our sons differently? We need to raise our sons differently. And for me, having a son really have come to change my perspective on that, protecting my son as well as I protect my daughter, right? Because men get abused, sexually abused. We don't talk about those issues, how the impact of little boys, when we don't think about the fact that they can also get molested, they can also get abused. They can have the same emotions we have as women, as girls. Men have it too. But how do we handle it? How do we not give a future girlfriend, a future fiance, a future wife, a man who is broken? Because hurt people hurt other people. Empowered people, guess what? Empower other people. So my point to this video today as I reflect on Mother's Day is that we are rallying, we're doing so many events, we're empowering ourselves with seeking support, therapy, counseling, whatever we gotta do, exercising, eating healthy, communicating, seeking support from our girlfriends, seeking support from support groups. Where are the men? Only 10% of men are seeking help. They are ending up in trouble in the men's cave, in the caves. They're hiding in the caves. They're not talking. They're not out there. They do the silent treatment. They distance themselves from the women, from the children. They're not fully involved. If they come along, it's almost like they're doing a favor. And I'm just talking from my own perspective, from just personally also and also professionally. I've seen a lot of clients, a lot of families over these years of doing this. It's the women who are always pulling the men in. How do we pull them in, keep them pulled in, and keep them engaged? We have to start from the core, raise our sons differently, to be emotionally in tune, to know that it's okay. It's okay to talk about emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to communicate. It's okay to work around the house, to do laundry, to clean their room, to do the dishes, to pick up after themselves, to communicate about their mood, to communicate about their anger, not get their anger bottled in where they're going to use alcohol, marijuana, pornography, hypersexuality, aggression, leading to different things like robbery, even some of the shootings going around. That's a lot layers, in regards to mental health. So my point is, as mothers of 21st century mothers, let's rally around not just empowering ourselves, but raising our girl children and our boy children differently. Because women now work full-time, if not work even more than our men. We work full-time, sometimes 2 jobs. Like in my case, I work 2 jobs. I still full-time taking care of my kids, whether I was married or separated or, on verge of divorce. Full-time as a mother, doing it all. And after a while, it started to take a toll. If I wasn't in the line of work that I am right now, I don't know where I'll find myself, right? Not to throw the men under the bus by any means, but I want to raise awareness to the fact that we need to raise a boy child differently, to be more emotionally in tuned to themselves, attuned to themselves, so they become better boyfriends, better fiancés, better husbands to somebody's daughter later down the line. Because women are working full-time or even more and still taking care of the home. The men need to pick up and do more. We are talking about how do we handle our stressors. And when we go to those seminars, when they are saying stress management, emotional management, 90% of the time is the women who are there seeking, what do? I'm pulling my hair out. Where are the men? Where are the men? Where are our men? It's Mother's Day. Spoil your mom, spoil your mother, spoil your wife, spoil your girlfriend, spoil your good fiance. But if you have a boy child, I want to cry out to you to try your best to be present emotionally. Seek help for yourself as a mother. If you have trauma, heal your trauma, heal your wounds. Parent yourself so you're present for your boy child, so you can raise your boy child differently, for them to present themselves differently to their women in the future. What is the agenda? What is the goal? If you're here, you're in a relationship, as a girl, as a woman, ask your partner, where is the goal? Where are you leading me to? You want to be a leader. What is your history? What is your history of trauma? Where are we leading to? You're a leader. What is the goal? What are our goals together as partners? Where are we going? And I strongly believe in relationship. If you're 2 years, 5 years in relationship, it's like a lease in a car. Go back. Can we renew this lease? And what are the terms of the renewal? Like, we're going to renew this vows in 5 years or 10 years. But when we are renewing the vows, it's not just renewing for the sake of renewing, but we got to renew it with some terms. Like, we're going to renew with some terms. What are the terms of this new, we're going to renew it for another 5 years, or another 10 years. So we're not going into relationship thinking it's forever, but as we get into it, the people, or the men especially, start to withdraw